But when I was living with my dad, he abused us and he neglected us. He didn't really feed us, so I had to feed my siblings. We would sneak ketchup upstairs and get a plate and put some water in it and put it in the sun, like for tomato soup. And we would have a butcher knife and open cans with it. We kept on thinking, well, why are we going back? Don't they know that he's abusive? We've told them multiple times. They don't listen.
So let's talk a little bit about that. Who would you tell that you didn't want to go back to your father's house, and what would you say?
We have told our social workers, our guardian ad litems, and teachers, and people like that.
Do you remember about how many times you had been removed into foster care and how many times you went back to your dad's?
About 17 times.
One afternoon, as we were checking in about our week, May, which is not her real name, who works as a school social worker, came alive. She said she was worried about a third grader who came to school every day bruised and beat up. He told May that his dad was responsible. His teacher and other adults were scared to report the problem because they were fearful that Dad would punish him for telling someone. Being a mandated reporter, May called Child Protection. Nothing happened. She called again. She called so many times, the screener said, "Oh, it's you again." "Oh, it's you again?" I was outraged. But there was more. Another student said, "Even if they came out, the child will deny there's a problem. He will be interviewed with everybody in the family watching, including the abuser." Now I was just incredulous. Whatever happened to child safety first? We have to have culturally competent child protection that is rooted in child safety first and other considerations second.
I think there's part of our, maybe it's Minnesota nice, maybe it's just the culture of America, if we see something happening too often, it's like, well, we'll just leave that go one more time. Or maybe we'll talk to somebody, after we've seen it 5 times. I think we all just have to be more vigilant and offer to help. If you see a stressful situation, offer to help. Maybe we can make something happen on the front end without government getting into the lives of children and families. I think better days are ahead, but only if we all accept the responsibility for the safety of kids.
And there's also work to be done on changing practices. Think about this, and Vivian alluded to some of this. In most counties now, before a child protection worker can interview a child, parents and the adults in the household have multiple opportunities to coach and intimidate that child. This happens because workers give advance notice of their visits, and they even interview children in the presence of their alleged abusers. So changing practices like these is among our top legislative priorities for the coming session.